How's it going, YouTube?
So beautiful, yet so neutral.
So, I thought that today I would talk about how to start a video blog, and also my adventures of starting my own. I'll also discuss, I suppose, who sort of influenced me and how and why. First off, you need a camera. It can be a digital camera, it can be a webcam. You'll probably notice my video compared to others is a bit laggy. Yeah, I'm using a little webcam. It's not that great. I do have a digital camera I could be using, which would probably be better. Now, my camera, my webcam, once I got it hooked up, Windows couldn't tell what it was, so I had to go find the software disk, the drivers and stuff, so Windows would even be able to use it. The next thing that you need for a video blog is, of course, a microphone. I am using a headset because, one, that's what I had, and two, I sort of like it better. I'm a gamer myself, so I do a lot of video games, and so I'm used to the headset with microphone. Just feels more natural for me, I suppose. When I went to actually find my headset, I figured I'd use one of my older ones, which was a little broken. Headphones did not work, but the microphone did. Or I thought it did. The wires got detached in a random vacuum accident. The headphone wire was gone, but the microphone wire was still attached. But when I went to use it, every time the wire that attached to the side of the headphone that the microphone was on, anytime it moved, I'd get this obnoxious sound, sort of a sound. It's terrible, I'll tell you. Once you have a microphone, and I'm assuming you're probably going to be using like a desk mic, computer speakers, something like that. I actually have a professional, a hand mic that you can hold and speak and all that, but it's hooked up to a soundboard which is integrated in my room, and there's like 4 computers up there, and all the wires are all tangled together. I did not feel like pulling out the soundboard and all its components and all the wires I used to get the soundboard to hook up to the computer and the microphone to hook up to the soundboard and everything else. So I decided to just go with this. Much easier for me. The next thing you're going to want to do, you can go into the volume control panel. If you don't know what this is, there's a picture of a little tiny speaker. It's normally gray. Double click it or right click and hit properties, and it'll come up with the volume control. And what you can do is go into options and to properties, recording, and from there you can choose. There's normally audio CD, which is if you put a audio CD in the computer and set it to audio CD, you will be able to record from the audio CD if you press record on something via webcam or anything else. Make sure microphone is selected. You may also want to click Options and Advanced Options. Go in under Microphone, click Advanced, and turn on your mic boost so that you can actually pick it up when you talk. Do this both in recording and the output. Now, if you go back into Options, Properties again, and you go back to the outputs, or it says different things on different computers, and what you're going to want to find is either input monitor or microphone or something along those lines. And you have 2 options. If you like to hear yourself talk, or if you've got like a headphone set up or something that won't affect it. You see, a lot of times what'll happen is you will have your microphone and your speakers, and your microphone will be picking up the sound from your speakers, and it'll cause a very bad ringing noise. If you're getting that a lot, or you find that you get your voice repeating or something, a lot of times what you're going to want to do is mute the input monitor. If you're not getting that at all, and you feel okay with it, you can go ahead and unmute the input monitor and actually be able to hear yourself as you're making noise, so that if you're, say, clanging something about, or there's a noise in the background, you'll notice. See, if you didn't have it on and you're just sitting here doing this, you may not realize how annoying that is and hard it is to talk over that. You will also need a motion capture program. A lot of webcams will come with one. If it records in an AVI, I highly suggest you change it to like a WMV format. You can find programs online, or if you have Windows Movie Maker, that's what I'm using actually. It comes with many Windows operating systems and is a very nice tool to use. It's also great for the next thing we'll need is an editor program, which Windows Movie Maker is. It's also got a capture program in it, but it is a video editing program, and that way you can take things that have long pauses where you're sitting there and trying to think of the words. So the next thing that you're going to need is an internet connection, but if you're watching this, you probably already have one. Camera, microphone, video editor, and you're basically set. Okay, now the people who inspired me. I actually thought the whole video blog thing was pretty stupid. Why would you want to watch someone sit and talk? But then I actually found one I liked and started watching it. I don't know, I just thought it was pretty interesting to watch. A little later in my YouTube experience, one of my skating friends, I have a lot of different types of friends, introduced me to Fluffy Talks. I also listened to Pogo Cat. He's very intelligent. He talks about politics, a little bit of science. He likes to explain things in an interesting and fun way. He actually made it on the news, on live TV news, for being on YouTube. He's overall a pretty crazy guy, which reminds me of all of my friends and myself. So that was kind of appealing to me. I also, as if you've listened to my first video, have watched videos for Venom Fang X and Thunderfoot. Venom Fang X does very well on camera. He's very convincing. Thunderfoot doesn't go on camera, but he also has very relevant pictures to add to his talking. He likes to use other people's YouTube work and make comments or criticism, which I always thought was pretty interesting. Now those two, as I talked about in my last video, are in a bit of a back and forth battle. I'm not sure if it's ongoing still or if it's ended by now, but it is there's a lot of stuff. I don't want to get into it because I don't even understand most of it. Those are some of the people that inspired me, and that's what you need to know to start your own video blog. As I said, I always kind of thought it was stupid until I found one or two I liked, and eventually started my own. I was lucky enough to already have some experience with this sort of thing and just got right into it. I hope you enjoyed this, and I encourage you all to start your own video blogs. Please comment, rate. You don't have to subscribe. I mean, if you want to, that's cool.